Alright, let's do this thing. Welcome to new Merge Fellas Italian Brainrot 4.0. Our story begins in a red velvet room. On one wall, there's a candle-lit crucifix, and on the other, a glowing hologram of the Vatican. In the corner, a man in a classic Italian suit is taking a bite out of a cheeseburger, his gold chain glinting in the candlelight. On the table in front of him are bags from McDonald's and a remote control for the hologram. But our eyes are drawn to the massive golden Pope in the sky, glitching in and out of existence. He's chanting Latin, but backwards, and his eyes are glowing red. Suddenly, the Pope lets out a mighty amano and slams his staff down on the table, causing the cheeseburger to fly into the air. It lands on the man's head, and much to his annoyance, it's now fused to his face like a grotesque mask. He tries to rip it off, but it's no use. The cheeseburger has become part of him. As the music swells, we see that the man's suit has also merged with the table, anchoring him to the spot like some kind of bizarre, overweight centaur. More men enter the room, each more flamboyantly attired than the last. They're all wearing gold chains and smoking cigars, and they have their own grotesque facial accessories. One fellow has a meatball sub growing out of his mouth. Another has an entire Ferrari engine sticking out of his chest where his heart should be. As the music reaches a fever pitch, one of the men pulls out an accordion and begins to play. But the accordion is on fire, and the man doesn't seem to notice or care. He floats up into the air, and the room begins to spin around him. The camera shakes violently as the music cuts out. On the table, the cheeseburger Pope is now fully merged with the table, his body forming the shape of an hourglass. Above him, the men are glitching in and out of existence. Their limbs contort into impossible angles, and they begin to merge with each other, forming a single creature with multiple heads and a single, absurdly large set of genitalia. Suddenly, the room goes black, and the only sound is the buzzing of flies. The text merge successful slams onto the screen in neon. Now let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer insanity of what we just witnessed. We started with a bunch of individual men who were all pretty messed up to begin with. Then we added some absurd elements like the flying accordion and the cheeseburger Pope, and then we escalated things further with the merging, creating a single being made up of multiple individuals. This isn't just a game, it's an experience. It's a descent into madness. It's a celebration of everything that's great about Italian culture, from the food to the religion to the cars. Well, maybe not the cars, and if you like this, you'll probably also like this other video that I made using the same style. So go check that out next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.